shed another tear for today. 'Cause oh, I know that there'll be better days. Waking up in California, but these clouds, they won't go away. Every day is like another storm, yeah. I'm just trying not to go insane. Yeah, and the city's shining so bright, so many dark nights, so many dark days. But anytime I feel the paranoia, I close my eyes and I pray. Oh, I know that there'll be better days. Oh, that sunshine about to come my way. May we never ever shed another tear for today. 'Cause oh, I know that there'll be better days. Been waking up to a new year, got the past million miles away. I've been waking up with a new fear, but I know it'll wash away. Whatever you do, don't worry about me, I'm thinking about you, don't worry about us. 'Cause in the morning everything can change, yeah, and time will tell you it does. Oh, I know that there'll be better days. Oh, that sunshine about to come my way. May we never ever shed another tear for today. 'Cause oh, I know that there'll be better days. Better days. Better days. Better days. May we never ever shed another tear for today. 'Cause oh, I know that there'll be better days. May we never ever shed another tear for today. 'Cause oh, I know that there'll be better days.
And there you have it.
And there you
Because
have it.
there's
You know,
going to
you're
be
killing me
better
with
days.
all these songs.
What's the matter?
All these songs.
What about the song?
Nice job.
Nice job. That's courtesy of One Republic. And you know something, I heard that music on a commercial, and I went in to try to find it. And yeah, you know, Facebook wants to shut us down for it or whatever. You can go right ahead and do that, baby. I got no problem with that. But you know what? I believe that it's time to keep up the good fight. So if we can entertain you for the next couple of hours, then I'm gonna lead it off from the heart with everything I got. So there are gonna be better days. We're gonna overcome this. We're gonna go in. We're gonna be strong. We're gonna come out better. I know we're gonna lose some of our brothers and sisters along the way, because that's what happens when you wage a war. But we got to keep the good fight. Got to keep going. There are gonna be better days. I really truly believe that. So anyway, welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Midday Live Show. And as you can tell, I look like the burning bush because they got lights underneath me, and I don't know why they're doing that, but I look like I'm in the witness protection program.
I just want to know who the they is. Who are the theys? I know who
I
your
got
theys
munch-
are, but
I got munchkins here. You have no idea. I got two cats that are helping me out.
oh,
all
it's
day long.
nice. They lighten you up. They lit you up, baby.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you, they lit
I
me
don't
up
have my
because,
wand, but I got pom poms.
well, you know what I learned is never use yellow light, use white light, so I can look as attractive as you do.
There you go.
I don't know if I want to have pom poms, but okay.
You know, I was trying to change my backdrop because I've got all of our sports stuff behind me, which is so not indicative of anything of who I am, because all of my things are on this side of the room. So I opened up a bin of art supplies, and what was at the top, what everyone seems to need in their home are pom-poms. So here are my pom-poms because my wand is at the studio. Since we had no idea we were going to be doing this from home today, we are improvising the best we most possibly can. The 9 o'clock show was spectacular. We had Tracy from Healing Moments on, and she is very hard at work helping keep people that are post-op patients safe and healthy. And she is there to provide water for you, to pick up some other immune boosting supplies. You can text Tracy, and her number is 954-871-8331. They are not open, but she is open for appointments. If you give her a call, she will get the water that you need.
It's
There's a
funny
lot going
because
on.
I see that Teddy, our executive producer, put us on the limelight here. We are liming it up.
You know,
I don't
Teddy's
know how
really
she does it.
she's spectacular. I have to say, the crew we have not had a crew in studio for 2 weeks. Teddy was in with us last week, and Slick, and this week everybody is home, and she's producing this from home, which is truly, truly remarkable. So can't thank them enough for everything they're doing. Our social media posts are going to be coming back out again, some new videos, some vignettes, things to keep it out. And you know what? People are noticing because they've actually even asked me how to produce their own shows from other places in the country to bring our platform to them to share the message in a bigger way. So that's what we're working on doing also.
And that's excellent. You know, I got some shows that I produced tonight with starting with Marsha Teal. Starts at 6 o'clock. And I got Marsha Teal has Caregiver Solutions info, and she's going to be talking to a neurosurgeon from here in Boca, and we're keeping him out of studio because he was called in this morning to treat a patient with the virus. So he's staying safe. He's going to call from his office. He's going to tape in. And then I also have You and Your Doctor. I have Tenet Hospital, which I am very excited to hear what's going on with them. They're going to have a doctor also come in, and then we have to end up the evening, get Ready, Set, Go Beyond with Jordana Foster. She's also going to tape in. I'm going to be able to do that from here. But everybody's jumping on this. Jody from Beasley Radio said to me, this is what people are doing. This is the new way of doing business. But because, you know, I never sit still. I never just want to do this. You're going to see some vignettes, as Dawn has said. We have some video pieces. We have some musical pieces. We have some artists that are doing musical pieces. We actually have artists who can do a musical song from their home. Some of them are doing it already, and bring them in. This has no limitations. This can get as big need be. And then in my head, you know, we talked about doing the other platform where it could even hold even more people if we want to do meetings or if we want to do some kind of crowd control type of deal. We have to do some work at the studio to do that. But yes, we have the ability to do it. And Dawn, this last but not least, there was a radio show this morning that is very popular from New York City. And they are trying to figure out how to get it on the radio. I'm going to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, not to tap myself in the back, but we've been doing this a long time. It is not easy to capture sound, video, radio frequency all at the same time. Just ask NBC. They'll tell you. It ain't easy.
But you've done it. You've done it. You're spectacular. You use your phone, though, for Disneyland. You're getting feedback. Can you turn your phone off? On your phone, please. Thank you for sharing.
My phone is off.
Okay. There you go. Maybe it was somebody else's phone. I don't know. Anyway, we've got a lot going on this hour, and I think, you know, we talk about first responders and who we can get the food out to. You're saying first responders, and I know Deborah Tendrich, Deborah for Delray is trying to log into the system also. Deborah, if you're freezing, it's because you're on Wi-Fi, which is why we talked about Ethernet. She's writing me messages, so she's choppy. That's why we always suggest Ethernet people, because there are so many people on Wi-Fi right now, and it's getting through to the kids, getting through to the first responders, restaurants out there. I know they're trying to stay open and keep everybody fed and keep their employees on board. This is the new normal. You know, every day we say the new normal, and the new normal every day is a new normal. It's a whole nother level of things to change, of how things keep growing, and everyone's got to stay safe.
That's right. You gotta stay in the good fight, as they say. You gotta stay safe. You know, I spoke to Steve-O. Now I've been producing Steve-O's show. He had a morning show. He had another morning show. He has shows with me, Ask the Experts. I've been talking to him for 6 years. He's my longest running show that I've produced, and hours of tape and everything else. And he was down this morning. And I said to him, "You can't be down. We can't afford to have you down." You know, he's with Renee, who has a daughter with special needs and stuff. Yeah. They got a whole different world that they're dealing with right now. Yeah. So you got to put the message out there. You got to stay strong. You got to keep your head up. You got to keep going. And there's going to be challenges, absolutely, but you got to keep it going. Technology will catch up. We are working on something right now that nobody has in the open. And Gio asked me not to even say it, but we have something that we're going to do that nobody else can do. And that's include the Wi-Fi deal, because everybody knows Wi-Fi. They don't know Ethernet. And forget about it. If you have a Mac notebook, there's another set of instructions, another layer that you have to do, correct?
Yep. So I have that other layer in my notebook right now. Yes. It's
And you look phenomenal.
Thank you. It's, if you see that something's coming, staying ahead of the curve. I knew this was an option and this was coming, so I had to get the adapter. I got that a couple weeks ago. Never used it before, but I never even heard of a Thunderbolt before. But, we learn and we grow and we get to do things. But I have to give you some good news. Broward County School started yesterday. My daughter's an art teacher for the Broward County school system. And they put in a must-do assignment, and then they put in a may-do. So the kids have this must-do welcome back watermelon assignment. And what they have created, what she keeps showing me because she's staying with us now, it is so cute. Some of them are sending her videos. They're like, Miss G, look at my watermelon, and I miss you. I love you, teacher. And the pictures are just amazing. And these kids, they're doing it. I think we get jaded sometimes as adults and we think, oh, it's online school. Why are they going to do it? They don't have to do anything. You know what? They're kids. And it just takes you back to what you learned in kindergarten, and it's a smiling watermelon. And it's just spectacular. These kids are in it, and their parents are there. This is a Title I school, and some of these kids said, is it okay if I use a pencil because my one box of crayons I left at school? So you wanted things that break your heart. Kids don't have 2 boxes of crayons. The things we take for granted, these kids don't have, but yet they're smiling and they're doing their watermelons with pencil and pen, whatever they can come up with, and sending happy videos. And that's what it's about, right? It's about keeping our kids and our family safe.
That's right. And it's funny because I was seeing a segment where a teacher was driving to all the kids' schools, houses, knocking on the door, moving back off the door, waving at the kids. They could see their kids, and the kids were like running and they were jumping up and down. And then she left a heart. You know that heart thing that we do? She left a heart at the door for the kids so that they wouldn't forget their teacher. And it went viral. Everything and anything that we can do, from our first responders. Look what happened in Central Park in New York City. I'm trying to get Frankie to zoom in here because he went down there. Central Park, since the Civil War, this has never happened. They got a not-for-profit company, Dawn, that are setting up these tents. This is not-for-profit coming forward. Now, these tents have been all over the world. They've been to some of the biggest disasters all over the world, and they're set up in New York City. We got the military ship out there. It's beginning to go in there. I posted a picture of a plane full of physicians and nurses heading into the zone, heading into the hot zone, volunteering to get up there. And I heard that Delta and some of the airlines now, you can get on a plane if you're a doctor and you're heading to the zone, and they will fly you there and back for free. So it's a war.
People that volunteer to go into this, and the doctor that you have coming on Marcia's show tonight, then what? You're walking into an exposed patient. What do? Do you go, you quarantine at the hospital? What do you do? I mean, there's so many unanswered questions. I think once you walk in, you're in. You can't leave once you know you've been exposed to a patient. You're not going to then go home because then you can't go back and take care of that patient. It's not a one and go. If you're going in and you're taking care of them, you've committed to taking care of that patient. And what these first responders, what doctors and nurses and EMTs and even the food service people, everyone that is in contact with patients, they're in this fight together, and they're doing it day after day. You can't just go in one day and say, here I am, and go home. That's not what's getting them better, but there is hope on the horizon. I see people are posting that there are combination of medications and antibiotics and things that are working, even though they say it's a virus. There are things that are working to help heal these patients. And as we said this morning, 98.5% of people are recovering, are healing. Are people dying? Yes. Is this a horrible, terrible world pandemic? Yes. But the one thing we need to keep in mind is, as you said, Freddie, there will be better days, and people are recovering and people are pulling through. And the better our modern medicine techniques get, the more people are going to heal and recover and get through. And you know what? Maybe we come out as a stronger nation, as a stronger world, and continue to get back to each other.
That's right. I think that we need to report the, what is it that Slick always tells me, the half full glass. I
Amen.
think
Yeah.
it's I think it's time that we start juicing up on that recovery. I think we start talking. I just read an article, I think I sent it to you, that the curve is coming down. Is it coming down by dropfuls? No, but it's coming down. If we could slow it down, if we could slow it down and give our medical people the best doctors in the world. I mean, everybody's working on the cure for this thing. This is a very serious deal. We know it. We know it. But at the same time, if you're sitting home and you're getting antsy, I got tons of texts today. How do you stay home and stay? It's not easy. Run around the house. Go on to take a walk. I think Dawn took a walk with her daughter yesterday. Do what you got to do, but you got to stay home because it gives them a chance to catch up. Let's
Can
get
I
some of
tell
those
you?
hospitals
Can
empty.
I tell you what happened yesterday when I was going on my walk, and then we'll bring Deborah in. So I was going
Okay.
for a walk because I just had to clear my mind. In my neighborhood, it's a small neighborhood. There was nobody outside. There was no one even walking the dogs. And I walk, and I'm always talking about God and the universe, whatever positive energy we all believe in, and we all know this is what I do. So I just ask God, please just send me a sign to know that we're on the right track, and things are healing, and everything's going to be okay. And not till I get to the end of the driveway, my daughter looks, she goes, "Look, Mom, on our yard, there's a white egret." And she says, "I don't know what that means, but it means something." And I'm telling you, it is a bigger power. And those messages have been received. And as someone I saw say on social media today, you don't need a 2x4 to beat you down until you hear the messages. The messages are here. Stop and listen. Be kind. Smell the roses and just believe and have faith.
And stay home.
Well, how do you go into Passover and Easter and all of these holidays without having faith? There are no coincidences. It is time to regroup with our family and look at that bigger picture of what it is.
That's right. It's not about getting together with 15 people. It's not about that. I got baby Joey's birthday's coming up. And it
Yeah.
hurts me that I can't hold that kid to be there. And Gio sent me a picture of him by a lake today. It just breaks
I
my
saw
heart.
it. His
But
hair going like this, like a pom pom.
yeah, but the bottom line here is that we're doing this for everybody else. You're not only doing it for you, you're doing it for everybody else. So you got to keep up the good fight. You got to keep your energy up. I love that Tracy is offering water. I tell you, there are two types of water, right? The 2.5 and the regular water. Make an appointment, call Tracy, get that water in you. You want to stay hydrated. This water is alkaline water. I'm telling you, I've lost weight. I've done remarkable things with this. I take it, I've drank it. And if you don't have that, the 2.5 to gargle and spit out, and then you use regular water to get it out, don't leave it in your mouth. It's a strong gargle. They're telling me, oh, gargle doesn't do anything. Well, how would you know? A diabetic is telling you, take a shot at it. So give Tracy a call and get some of this stuff as well.
And get that. Nadine Kirby, you are correct. And I hope David is doing well. We're always thinking of you and what's going on. Light it up green for MD. And again, we take it for granted if we're healthy and we've had healthy children and they're considered the norm. You know what? Everyone's normal is different. And Nadine and her husband David and their son David, he has been battling muscular dystrophy Duchenne's for since I believe he was 2 or 3 years old, and now he is 25 or 26. So God bless you. And every day, to know that what you're walking into, and also the Miracle League, they have postponed their season right now until they get other news. And she always talks that nothing affects that field. That is the miracle field. But right now, that miracle field is on lockdown, and those kids can't get out to do what they need to do. So you know what? Everyone else needs to stay home and keep everybody safe. And we've
That's
got,
right.
I think Deborah Pendrich is logged in because what she's doing with the kids for Eat Better, Live Better. Teddy, is she there? Can we bring her over? We're having this whole chat, which is pretty cool. There she
And there
is.
she be.
Hey, Deborah.
Can she see us? Deborah.
Can you hear us, Deborah?
I think, hey, I think there's a delay.
All
Yes,
right.
it's going to be a little bit of a delay. Are you on Ethernet? We can hear you.
She's chatting in. Deborah, if you can hear us, just let us know what you're doing to get food to these kids. Nadine Kirby says David is 26 and he's doing great. third week at home. Nadine, that is fantastic. So we're sending you our love. We can't wait to bring you and everyone into the new studio because you haven't had a chance to see it. Deb, are you there? All right, tell us what you're doing with Eat Better, Live Better.
All right, so with Eat Better, Live Better right now, we can't go into schools or community centers anymore because they're closed down. So our core programming has come to an immediate halt. However, part of our mission is to help provide healthy foods to families. So what we're doing now is we're building grocery bags for families that are healthier grocery bags, delivering them to their doorstep after they fill out a small questionnaire and they share their story, how many people are in the household, how many children, and then we deliver the bag of groceries right to their doorstep. The grocery bag will last the family for 2 to 4 weeks, depending on family size. And it's very exciting, the response we're getting, the amount of support we're getting. And we're looking to serve 1,000 families over the next several months.
Wow, 2 to 4 weeks?
Yeah.
How much food is in these bags and where are you getting the food from?
We're getting a lot of donations from people who are just going to the grocery store. We're setting up, we have one today in Delray at my office. We're meeting in the parking lot. It's kind of like a shop and drop kind of thing where people can go to the store, drop off some items. We're going to make the bags and deliver them. We also are accepting online contributions so people can actually donate money, and we are buying in bulk. And a lot of the suppliers that we're working with are giving us twice the bang for our buck. So if we're going to order, let's say 100 cans of green beans, we may get 150 to 200 cans. So we are really appreciative of financial contributions too right now, so we can buy in bulk and get more for the money. Also, we have a lot of companies here that are contributing a lot of different items. We have, local farms, we have restaurants, we have different distributors that are now working with us hand in hand to make sure this is possible so we can reach our goal of 1,000 families.
How do people get in touch with you to make a donation or bring food over? I'm going to have Teddy actually put it on the screen.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, so they can call us. They can call us 561-344-1022. Again, that's 561-344-1022. That's to set up a drop off, or if you want to get involved, give us a call. Or you can visit our website, eblb.org, which stands for Eat Better, Live Better. That's eblb.org, to make a financial contribution. Any amount helps, whether it's $5 or $5,000. We're really looking to make a big impact in as many people's lives as possible.
This is amazing how you're doing this, because Freddie and I were actually talking about this last week, and I always say, for me, it's always about these kids, and these kids aren't getting food if they're not in school, and the families aren't getting food if they're not having jobs, and there's money not coming in, and this trickle-down effect is tremendous. I mean, we can't feed our kids, we can't feed our families. What you're doing is so incredible.
Thank you. We've had a lot of stories that the families have reached out to us and shared, and they're heartbreaking. So, you're looking at families with kids with special needs. You're looking at families who are working and they were shorted their last paycheck because the business lost so much revenues that they couldn't even get their last paycheck. You're looking at families who, one family has a little girl whose birthday is in 4 days, and they won't let alone have a birthday cake, let alone have a peanut butter sandwich for the girl, So we're looking to really take one thing off of their to-do list and worry list to get through this pandemic. And, organizations and nonprofits, depending on, how this also affects us. We have funds that we can't even use towards these efforts because they're discretionary funds for certain programs. So in essence, we're kind of starting from scratch with all this to really make this possible.
Deborah, people want to know what areas you serve.
all Palm Beach County, and we are serving a few people in Broward for special circumstances. So just we
The
have a
entire
small questionnaire.
the whole county?
Yeah, we'll deliver the entire county, all the way from Boca to Belglade. We have two families, actually, one in Hollywood and one in Davie, that had extreme circumstances that reached out, and they, were basically in tears asking for our help. So we're delivering them food this weekend. And so just to keep everyone healthy, yeah, I'm just loading up the groceries in my car with a few volunteers, and we're just dropping it at their doorstep, giving them a call saying it's outside, and that's it.
Wow. And what's happening with the election?
Well, we're talking eat better, live better, so I don't
Oh,
combine
definitely.
the
But
two.
part of your platform, and the reason I'm asking is because you are who you are because of Eat Better, Live Better, of giving back to the community. And we would be remiss if we didn't even talk about Deborah for Delray, because so much of what you do, Freddie and I have known you since we first began. What, 4 years ago,
Yeah.
Freddie? She was with us at iHeart, and you had your own show. And Eat Better, Live Better was a dream that it was growing, but it certainly wasn't to this magnitude. And you are a
No.
woman and with a daughter, and you walk this walk every single day with yourself, with your daughter, with food, with the community. And now it's even bigger. Your calling is an even greater calling to reach everybody in the county.
Yeah, I didn't win the election, but I think that this was just the beginning. We have, so many people don't win the first time around. And actually, what it did was it set a bigger precedence in the community that, I want on a greater scale, make sure that the quality of life for everyone is better every single day. And I will fight tirelessly, no matter within my means, or even reach outside my means to make sure that people just have a better life. And that's from everything from government to just the basic staples, food, clothing, and shelter, so.
People are still, they're very fortunate. Nadine, she's very fortunate, and she'll be donating and giving back as well. Nadine Kirby, thank you. People are writing in
Thank
that they want to
you.
donate, they want to help. They can't get out to the stores, but that you can make a financial donation and you're still able to do this. The election is one thing, but your calling is greater. Look how many lives and families you continue to touch.
Yeah, I almost feel like it was maybe a blessing that I didn't win this round, because with this pandemic, when I hear pandemic or COVID-19, I think food crisis. And, I think that everything happens for a reason. And right now, the community needs me to help feed them and help make people's lives better. And my 100%, 1000% focus is on that. And winning the election would, I think, have deflected a little bit from, uh, taking away from that. But, at the same time, we all as a community, there's a lot of organizations doing amazing things. Their worlds were turned upside down too, with everything that they're trying to do for the community. And we really, as a community, need to reach out to the people who are still out there, doing things that improve people's lives. It's my organization, Eat Better, Live Better. But we have come into a whole new world where you're looking at the nonprofit world has been shaken tremendously, because not only is it very hard for us to now redesign our program, it was easier for my organization because part of our mission is to deliver healthy foods and provide healthy foods. So we're just stepping up with that part. But you have other organizations that now can't fulfill their missions or are trying to reevaluate how they can help and give back. But if you have a means to do anything, I suggest reach out to your charity of choice, or ones that are taking extra efforts in this COVID-19 pandemic. This is going to be an ongoing battle. So we're not looking for one-time support. We're looking to build a team, a coalition of people who can help us feed families for months. This is something that after April or May, it's just going to go away. No, it's going to be a long-term project that people are going to need recovery time. Once this is all over, get back on their feet. So this is something that we're really looking to bring a coalition of people who can help with food drives, people who can help with fundraisers. They can do Facebook fundraisers. They can, send e-blasts to their business community, share this post on social media, whether it's from my organization or others, whichever one is your choice on what you're passionate about. But I know if people don't have food, then they don't really have anything, because at least having a dinner, sit down with your family during this time and know that a parent can feed their kids. Imagine how during this time when you lost your job, there's no jobs out there. A lot of people are trying to get unemployment checks, but the keeps crashing. They're furloughed. They're not able to get any food or money. They might not even have a car to get to a grocery store, and these parents feel helpless.
Oh, is there anything?
I
Yeah, go ahead.
I got to tell you, I think that the whole process of the election usually makes people even more better, if there's such a word. And I can see maturity. I mean, you got to remember, we know this lady for a very long time. And I see a sense of maturity that has come over you. And all of a sudden, it went from something you were trying to something that's going to need you. And you're going to see the difference of that, because you will be back and you're going to run again. And this time, you're going to make a different type of noise, because your heart has always been in the right place. But I can sense it. I can see it. I think that this whole thing has taken you down a different journey, and you're going to be the better for it.
Thank you.
Anything we can do, Deborah, to help you, let us know, to spread the message. We also have our kids network. I need to get in touch with them, see how they're going to do their show for next week. But it's always about the kids. And if you have any video of what you're doing and we can put a video piece together for you, let us know. Our editors are home looking for things to do. If we can spread the word of what you're doing. Right now we have a captive audience. The bad of what we're doing, by staying home, we have a captive audience to share this information for people that might not otherwise know about Eat Better, Live Better. Might take for granted, because we live in Boca, that our kids in Belgrade are hungry. Not because they don't care.
There's kids in Boca that are hungry too, especially with the job losses. A lot of people don't realize there are pockets in Boca where people spend 90 to 100% of their income on rent. So with that being said, if they lose their job, they're homeless tomorrow. So we have to keep in mind, just because they're in Boca doesn't mean that they're not in the same situation. And it could be your neighbor. You don't know any people's financial situations or what they're doing from day to day. So you have to be mindful that it could be your neighbor, it could be your friend, it could be your sister, it could be your mom that, suffered from a job loss or has had direct impact with their business. Their business may have been barely afloat to begin with, and now this shut it down, and you have no idea how this has affected anyone, whether you're in Boca or Belgrade.
And you're putting as healthy as possible foods in this bag. I know you're doing the best you can to give them a well-balanced meal. I want people to understand you're just not putting things in a bag to feed them. You're actually making the conscious decision to get them healthy food.
Yeah, we're even asking people, if you're going to buy peanut butter, try not to get the peanut butter with the hydrogenated oil in it. Not the added salts or sugars. They're not much more expensive. They're actually pretty much the same price. But no, we are taking all donations, but the foods that are going into our bags are really beans, vegetables, fruits, fresh produce. We have grains like, rice, quinoa, different things like that. And we're also going to be adding some tips on how to cook those items or prepare those items too. One thing I've noticed, especially with food pantries and food deliveries, a lot of times the healthier items don't get cooked because a lot of people are unfamiliar with them or they don't know how. So with that being said, we're going to kind of cover that basis too and make sure that everyone also knows what to do with the food once they get it.
Yeah, that'd be like me. I'd have a pantry full of food and not know what to do with it.
You won't cook it.
I don't cook it, and I'm getting so old I can't read the fine print on the back of the package either, so it's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, but no,
your contact info. your
Oh,
contact.
call me at 561-344-1022. Again, 561-344-1022. So with that being said, people call me, we'll schedule a drop off if you want me to help arrange um, a pickup or delivery, if you want to arrange a drive with your HOA, neighborhood, or business. We can work those details out to make sure it's safe for you and the people who are participating in the food drive. So there are precautions and ways we can do it where we can help the community, but also maintain our own health in the process.
Thank you so much, Deborah. Always a pleasure. Please let us know what we can do to help anytime. We'll get you scheduled in. And I just want to make sure that our kids and the families and everyone in our communities know that there's a way to get food and no one should ever have to go hungry.
No, absolutely. Thank you for your support. Again, reach out to us if you want to help, or even if you know a family that would need one of these bags of groceries. So thank you so much for having me here today, Dawn and
Thank you.
Freddie.
Stay safe, Deborah.
All right, have a good
All right.
one.
You too,
All
honey.
righty.
All right, Freddie. Teddy, I see you're running the Howleys piece as well about what they're doing with for Corona, and you see they're giving back as well. So there's a lot of restaurants that are giving back to our community. It's just about sharing the resources, and that is why we're here. That is why we're airing from our homes, to make sure that the resources get out to you, because these kids that are homeschooling, they're not getting food anymore. People are losing their jobs. You can't feed your family, and that's just a whole nother level of stress that Deborah and Eat Better Live Better are working to absorb that. So if you can make a donation, eblb.org, or you can, of course, you can always give us a call or message us at 866-224-5422. Let's go to a commercial break, and when we come back, Freddie, you got some other vignettes to share?
A few others, yes.
A few others. All right, Teddy's going to cue us up. Thank our sponsors. Let everyone know how we can help, and we will be right back. Maybe it's frozen. I don't know.
Kids for Kids Ministry. The vision is to see children in Haiti emerge from extreme poverty into an extraordinary destiny in Christ. The problem is the orphans in Haiti lack clean water to drink and food sustainability. These children need art-integrated education, medical needs, shoes, clothes, a lunch program, and teacher salary aid. The mission is to sponsor local leaders in Haiti to support them in the care of orphans and vulnerable children. In January of 2020, Kids for Kids traveled to Haiti to visit the orphans at their home and at their school. The school has now grown to 30 children attending daily classes, but there are many things to improve upon. To help us or to donate, contact Patty Paget at Kids for Kids Ministry, 561-876-1710. That's Kids for Kids Ministry at 561-876-1710.
Are you here to be good? Or are you here to be great? Outstanding? Hi, my name is Anne Shoshana Dector, and I am an author, motivational speaker, and leadership educator. I share with individuals and businesses the proven tools necessary so that you can make friends with challenges and use them as opportunities to grow from good to better, so you can have it all. Unified, supportive, and creative corporate communities, financial abundance, and a clear mission-driven purpose. Contact me at goodtobetter2020@gmail.com. Grow from good to better in 2020. Work with me individually or ask me to speak at your next event. goodtobetter2020@gmail.com.
In the age of COVID-19,
wherever you are, wash your hands.
hand-washing videos have spread everywhere.
Then you're gonna get some soap.
3 pumps of soap, why not?
But to find the first evidence of soap use and production, you have to go back 5,000 years to ancient Babylon, present-day Iraq. It was made then by mixing fats and oils with wood ash and water. The French made the next great leap. A chemist and surgeon named Nicolas Leblanc patented a soap-making method in 1791. In the mid-1800s, Hungarian physician Ignaz Semmelweis was the first to really push hand disinfection.
You and I have a coat of armor that protects our bodies from the outside world.
The commercial soap we use today emerged in the 1900s, a process called batch kettle boiling. It was introduced, refined, and sold to the nation by a still growing industrial giant, Procter & Gamble. Soap is nothing more than the salt of a fatty acid. It works because it breaks up oil and germs into small drops, which can be easily washed away.
You, yes you, will love Gentle Ivory soap in this handy personal size.
During and after World War II, soap sponsorships of radio and TV serials in America became so common, people started calling them soap operas.
The new Wonder Bar, new Camay.
Well, I better come along and see if I got enough lye soap.
You make your own lye soap?
Got to. You can't buy it in Beverly Hills.
Later, there was Granny's Lye Soap in Beverly Hillbillies.
It's about time to add some more lye and some possum renderings, Miss Drysdale.
Yeah, with enough soap, one could blow up just about anything.
And Tyler Durden's Paper Street Soap Company in Fight Club.
That's your hand, please.
Everyone has their favorite clip.
What is this? This is a chemical burger.
And cleansing process.
WLSRD, wet, lather, scrub, rinse, and dry.
But also made the right way works. A reminder that old school methods can still help solve modern day problems.
If you wash your hands and you not touch your face, then the world will be a better place.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
I decided I'm going to make my pom-pom a little bit bigger. And we're back. Smile.
How are you going to make your pom-poms bigger?
How do I make my pom-poms bigger? I think that's an after-hours show. I'm glad I amuse myself.
I'm glad you do too. And if you keep moving your computer, I'm going to run over there and hit you over the head with it.
Let me tell you what happened, Mr. Producer Man, my partner. My computer's getting hot.
So
I had it on a book to elevate it, and it's getting hot. So I took it off the book, and I thought it would be bad, but I realized then I just have to adjust the screen. So you know what? It's a learning curve as well for all of us here. And I can't sit still. I've like ADD, ADHD is all I can tell you.
Now, hold on a second. The whole world's watching, so I want to understand this. So you put your computer on a book because it was getting hot?
No, it was on a book to elevate it from 9 o'clock this morning. And
all you got to do is move the lid.
And all I got to do is move the lid, yes. I had it on a binder, and the binder was slipping, so I had my stapler behind it, and then that fell over, and then I unplugged the cord, because now I'm at 100%, 97 is all I can tell you, and it was getting hot. So I took it off and adjusted the lid, and we're good to go.
Okay, let me just inform you of one thing. When you have your computer plugged in and the battery is charging while you're doing production, it's going to get intensely hot.
Thanks for telling me now.
Okay, just letting you know.
4 hours later, you're so good.
I didn't know you were doing that. And not only that, but you saw when we had Deborah on, the computer accidentally played a segment that we had prepared. And it was overshadowing. But what happens is that sometimes when you're doing this remotely, the computer gets a mind of its own. And you're clicking buttons, and apparently it did what they call an overshadow. So even though we were talking like this, it sort of slid in and over by accident. And Teddy says, I don't know what's going on. So she called me. She says, what's going on? So I went in and I saw, because I've done this same thing 100 million times, and I just unclicked it and it was fine.
I think you like it when things go wrong, 'cause that seems to make you smile. Would you thrive on people's chaos?
No.
Well, I got to tell you a funny story about that, actually. So my daughter
You're gonna,
says
you're
to me,
gonna tell me, hold on. You're gonna tell me a funny story about chaos.
yes, I'm going to tell you a funny story about chaos, right? I seem to talk about my daughter a lot, but she lives with me now during all of this pandemic. And she said she was reading a post that says, if you're calm during this situation, it's because you live in a state of chaos the rest of the time. So I asked her, what does that mean? And she says, well, maybe chaos isn't the right word. Maybe it's anxiety. She says, I don't know. But my dad, who's always this king of panic, the world is coming to an end like Chicken Little, we call him. And the past month, he's calm and he's happy. And I'm begging him to please not go to the grocery stores at 7 or 8 or anything else, to please just stay put. But there are people that can actually stay calm. People that panic every day seem to be calmer during this. I don't understand what it is, but at least somebody's calm, because I'm all over the place, as you can see. Hi, Sylvia.
What happens is you hit a point of panic, and then everything above this is gone beyond the point of panic. You're just a walking zombie.
I've been up since 4:30, and Chuck just keeps telling me it's menopause. It's menopause. Well, okay, maybe 4:30 is menopause on top of anxiety. I don't know how anyone's going through all this, is all I can tell you. But we're going through it. We got to have some levity.
Last I look, I don't have menopause. I've been up since 2:30.
Well, what's going on?
It's just that time of the moment that's going on. Now, it's really funny. I'm sitting here on the front side, on the western side of the house, and this is where the cars and everything from Bocaire, they're going up and down and everything else. So I got to see the Amazon driver delivering something, and I seen 100 carts because they can't play golf. The courts are closed. So there are some avid golfers. You know what they do? They stand outside of the golf course and they're taking swings. Like if they were on the golf course, they can't be on the golf course. And they're taking swings. They're meeting one another they all look like Bob Hope. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
We're going to call you Freddie Hope from now on. Glass full. Our crew, I don't want to call them our kids, did a spectacular job today. Teddy Unscripted did it from her bedroom, which I thought was really cool. And she had her mom and her dogs join her. And Slick did his, and their message is well received.
That's right. They were telling millennials, stay inside, because they can reach them and we can't.
That's exactly
now,
it.
I also wanted to share some insights with you, because I've been thinking about, some of the things that we could do to make you feel better. Like you did the group. And I have a complaint, by the way.
I don't know if anyone's even doing it. Okay.
Yesterday, what are you talking about? Yesterday, you had us doing a tremendous thing. I'm sitting there saying, how am I going to do all of this? Can you give little assignments?
Yes, I'll break it down. And you know what? You don't have to do the whole assignment. I want everyone just to do what feels right. There are some people, you're working full-time plus, but some of our crew is not. And they asked for some, you saw some of them ask that they're having a hard time and they're kind of in this funky place and stress. And there's no judgment. I don't know what anybody's doing. I don't see anyone's journaling. I don't read it. I don't even ask. I'm here to help if anyone wants to ask. But it's more for everyone's mindset. And I got to tell you, I did another meditation this morning and I thought, gosh, I should really do it again, because what people are going through, there are some meditations and days that'll resonate with you more than they'll resonate with somebody else. So go back to what it is that works for you, because right now there is no right or wrong. Right now we're all just trying to keep our head above water.
Well, I wanted to play a piece that we have queued up so that you can use it to meditate. Teddy, do we get that piece? We wanted to talk a little bit about this.
The puppy.
How do you like this? These are dogs that are looking for homes from the shelter in Georgia. And they take the doggies out to the aquarium to calm them down, because a calm dog is a better dog to find a home. But look at these little guys.
How cute. We have a dog living with us right now, my daughter's dog. so cute. It's about her size, Cookie. And she's just laying around looking so cute. Talk about, we can't hug and social distancing. And I know you said don't hug your pets, but sometimes people just need a hug and you don't know what else to do.
Now, I have never been to an aquarium down here in Florida. Have you been to the aquariums?
In Florida, I'm trying to think as you're saying that. I know the Atlanta Aquarium, where this one is spectacular. I'm going to tell you another funny story. And I never have so many stories, which is even funnier. In 2009, we call it Swine '09. My kids were getting ready to go to sleepaway camp, and Swine '09 hit. And we were flying in from Colorado. We were on a family vacation, and we were going to stop in Atlanta, drop the kids off at camp, and come home. So Swine '09 hit. Camp was canceled that summer for the first session. So what did you do? We were already in Atlanta, and you're waiting for that text, and you're just like this, and you're waiting to see what's happening. And they went, nope, camp is canceled. So you try and find things to do. So we went to the aquarium, we went to the Coca-Cola factory, and we came home, and camp got postponed a session. So a month later, they were able to go in for second session. And Swine '09 still existed because they both got sick. Aaron got sick at camp. Chelsea got sick at camp, and they got it. And luckily, everybody healed. But it was the same type of thing. There was Swine '09. There was flesh-eating bacteria when the kids were going rafting. We weren't letting them go rafting. It was the same, similar situation as what we're going through right now 11 years ago. Kind of eerie, as a matter of fact, if you think about the similarities of what it was. But it was affecting the kids more than it was affecting the elderly.
Now, you saw that we also played the soap segment, right?
Yeah.
And it talks about how the history of soap. And it's funny because I was always wondering how the hell soap is made. And there was a little soap deal there and what it does. Soap is actually an acid that takes skin off your hands, right? Off your body. It removes the layer of skin. And it's actually a very mild form of an acid that we bathe with, is the way I see it, no?
Acid, doesn't it say it's a protein and it breaks down the virus? Or they said it's a fat that breaks it down. I don't know. I remember in Girl Scouts, though, making soap, lye soap like Granny from the Beverly Hillbillies, and making soap. We should actually try and do that again.
Do you know how to do it?
I'm going to look it up. It's going to be a DIY kind of show, what I can tell you.
I think we'll have your daughter do it because she's an educated one. She's a teacher.
She works from 9 to 12. She's teaching, I know. And there's some schools, there are some homeschooling schools that are actually getting busier because they're able to work with these kids one-on-one online. There's a small teacher-student ratio. And there are opportunities out there. I know our friends that we used to work with down in West Boca as well for homeschooling. Kids need help. And I actually was seeing that some SAT scores are not being accepted anymore. They're not requiring them for college admission because kids would take them in the spring as they were getting ready to apply for college and get into college in the fall, and they can't right now. So they're looking heavily at grades, the overall student, and not the SATs and ACTs that they were going to take in the spring. A lot of changes going on.
And these changes are going to be with us for a while. I hear that the NCAA is going to grant athletes an extra.
Your English is so very sexy.
It's so sexy. But it's important that these kids, the FAU Owls baseball team had a couple of players in there that were going to go high in the draft. And because this year is washed out, they're going to give them another year. But check this out. They're going to give them another year to play, eligibility, but they're not going to be able to fund the money to go to school. I don't see how that's going to function. So they got to come up with a better plan.
I don't understand.
In other words, you're going to come back to FAU next year to play baseball,
but
there'll be no financial aid. There'll be no financial aid.
Interesting.
And they used the financial aid this year, even though school was canceled, you're taking online classes, so the money went.
Right.
So the problem I'm having here is that a lot of students, there was a kid in there who has a very good record of being a pitcher. And he says, that was a dream. Now I got to find a new dream. And it hurts to hear that because, he's been, all his life, he's been working towards that moment of being drafted. and he doesn't think he's now. If the Major League Baseball sees what's going on and they draft you anyway, and they give you 6 months to get back in shape, I don't know. It's just a giant mess.
Everything is a mess, but there are people that are out there helping, and the message is growing. And I know the numbers, the curve is flattening out. I think someone sent me a study that these new thermometers, now here's the good and the bad. Was it you sent it to me, right? That when you use these new heat sensor thermometers, it's being registered somewhere in this cloud. So they're seeing now the heat is coming down. They can see the trends of the colors are coming down nationwide, and the hot zones aren't so hot anymore. But that's the good part, is that they're able to track it. The bad part is they're able to track it. I mean, we're all being tracked now. Everything,
You
even
know
from
what,
your
Dawn? I gotta tell you something. You can't handle something this big without tracking. You know, we got friends. Linda just got an appointment to go in to be seen. Teddy knows a neighbor, and they checked her and they said she was fine because there was no temperature. There is no right answer. Don't feel like Big Brother's watching. Right now, Big Brother needs a big sister, because what's going on right now is that they're trying to find answers to this deal, and they're trying everything. Not all of it is right. Some of it is wrong, but they are trying everything. And I got to tip my hat to people who are trying. There are countries that don't have half of what's going on here. The Debetandriches, the Tracys of the world, half. They don't have those choices. They got no choices. Go home. Hopefully you'll make it. We'll see you when you get better in 21 days. That's not a choice.
No. We have a
So that's
tremendous
all I got.
community. We're very fortunate where we live. And I think everyone has a fortunate situation someplace where they live. There's a community outreach in every community. Everyone that is watching this, I guarantee you have a strong community around you that they're watching. I saw someone out in Las Vegas where they're collecting cams, not from your computer, you know, the cams that used to sit on top of them.
Yes, I have them.
For doctors to do telemedicine. So they're going.
I have them. And she froze. All right, Teddy, she's frozen, so let's go to commercial break. Let's see if we can get Dawn back. Did everybody freeze? Oh, no, she's back.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it.
Are you back?
I don't know. We can go to commercial break.
Want to go to commercial? Okay, Teddy, let's go to commercial.
Let's go to commercial. I don't know what happened, but and we're plugged in.
Stop touching your computer. That's what happened.
I'm not touching it. I'm doing my thing. We'll be right back. Choo-choo. If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference.
Does your business Moby Pop? A new way to grow your business. Using a simple keyword, drive customers right to you with just a click. Customers will receive your personalized digital business card within seconds, with all your contact information in one place, including a gallery of photos, videos, and clear call to action that drives sales. Promote your products and services, or share a hot new listing with custom event pages and RSVP form, boosting qualified leads. Special offers and promotions are directly sent to your potential customers' phones with text campaigns, increasing foot traffic and creating a loyal following. Let MobiPop drive your marketing campaign. Focus on your business. Let MobiPop focus on growing it.
Welcome to Mad for Jigsaws, and thank you for your interest in our range of jigsaw puzzles. Since a lot of the puzzles are made right here in this factory, we thought you might like to see how your jigsaw is going to be made. Many people think manufacturing a jigsaw puzzle is a simple process, but because it is made to order, it's actually a very long process. From when you place that order online to when it leaves the factory with the Royal Mail, there are numerous stages it has to go through in order to be made.
This is Julie and Brian, who oversee the whole process in the factory. It's their job to make sure every jigsaw puzzle is made to the highest standard and that everything is carefully quality controlled. It's their responsibility to make sure you receive the perfect jigsaw puzzle. Hello Julie, hello Brian.
Hello Fraser.
Hello Fraser. Now tell me, when you first receive that order, what happens? Where do we go from there?
Well, I think the easiest way is going to be to show you. Shall we go?
Let's go. Yeah. So Julie, this is a cutter,
Yep,
and I believe
that's
this
right.
is used to give the jigsaw its unique look.
Yeah. This is our 100-piece cutter, so we actually cut the Cityscape 100 pieces on. And in there is our metal frame which does the cutting.
Okay, and this white powder, what's this white powder
That's
for?
talcum powder.
Is it really?
And we use that to ease the cut so that when this rubber,
Yeah.
which is compressed when you cut it, when that comes back and pushes the puzzle down, the talcum powder just eases it and lets the puzzle go. Means you don't lose any
Yeah, I was going
pieces.
to say, I'm very surprised it's quite soft.
Yeah, it needs to be because it's going to be squashed under quite a lot of pressure in the machine.
Makes perfect sense.
And so that's how your jigsaw puzzle is made. It takes time, a lot of care, and no shortage of skill to make sure you receive a jigsaw puzzle you'll enjoy making. Happy puzzling!
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
I gotta
Are we
get you your
back?
bell. And we're back.
I gotta find a bell. I gotta find something to hang behind me. Because of you, I tried to put a painting behind me and it fell through my head and I broke the painting. So Linda, if you're watching, I'm sorry I broke a painting.
You can take the boy out of the studio. I don't even know what to tell you on that one, though. But this is the new normal. Yes, you got your hat. This is the new normal. It was a great segment. We did all those pieces you worked so hard on.
Did you see how they make a jigsaw puzzle?
I did, and I was wondering why they divided in half first. So does that mean you can do half at a time, and then I don't know?
Because it's too big to put in the machine, so they got to cut it in half, put it in two halves. It's just more parts.
Pretty interesting. You like doing puzzles?
Never have liked doing jigsaw puzzles, but it's a new thing now that you're doing as a family venue because people are looking to, they're inside, they want to do different things. And I'm going to tell you, you have to be pretty educated to do a puzzle.
No, I don't think so. I think you just have to have spatial relations with. I don't have good spatial relations. Is that the word?
Spatial?
What
the hell is that?
I can't figure out what goes. This is going to sound so bad. Podcast material, hashtag. I can't figure out what goes in what hole is all I can tell you. You know the shapes, you got to put it in the right way. I can never quite judge that. It's like lids on a plastic container. I never quite judge that well either.
Well, our ratings just went up a lot.
I can't find what goes in what hole. There you have it. I tried to clean it up, but there was just no other way to say it, is all I can tell you.
You don't know what part goes with what part.
Exactly. That's what I meant.
That's why it's called a jigsaw puzzle, because you don't know. If you knew, it would just be a regular puzzle. Put it together.
Actually, you know what I'm thinking about as you said that? I think it's called a jigsaw puzzle because it was a puzzle, and they cut it up with a jigsaw. But hence the name Jigsaw Puzzle. That would be kind of a cool segment.
I can see that this is going to be a very big challenge for you on this platform. I can see it already.
You see it? Because I get up, I walk around, I come back in. I hear the microwave, I come back in. I don't even know. But I've been in here for hours, is all I can tell you.
Troy tells me that he's going to see you on your fan on the ceiling turning.
I know. I was thinking, how do I get that out of the shot? If I kind of move it, I don't even know. It was buzzing this morning. We had to change the light bulbs, and now I'm not even using it. Is all I can tell you.
It was buzzing?
The light bulb was bad. But there's a lot of things going on. There's a woman that I saw on social media. She's making spectacular masks in New York, so I'm going to reach out to her. Giovanna's Closet. What people are doing, people are giving back in any which way they can. And that is the greater message. But I think about the similarities between Swine 09 and now. It's tremendous. So tremendous. Just affecting so many people in so many ways. And I have to tell you, and I've got no proof on this either, I think some of these symptoms, and some people have had this before, it was even earmarked that it was here in the United States. That's just my personal opinion, not the opinion of you or the show. I'm sorry?
You tell me this. You said this to me, that you thought that people that you knew back in November got sick for very strange coincidences, and we don't believe in that. And they got fevers and everything else, and they overcame it. And there's a lady in New York right now that's trying to get the attention of the government because she wants to run people who have had it, their blood. That the answer to this problem might be in their blood, and we should take advantage of that. Yeah.
The antibodies. I definitely think that it has been here before. We knew it was here, and people recovered. I think there are people that are presenting with gastrointestinal issues and not the respiratory that are testing positive as well. So there's a lot of things that I laugh because I remember when Dr. Lee was on back in December and January, because I think I was so sick back in November, and you teasing me on air about some of the symptoms I had. I don't know. Until we take an antibody test, I don't know if I had it in November. I can tell you, I know some family members that live in Miami that someone was exposed to somebody from Wuhan on a flight back from someplace else. And was it transmitted? Again, were they sick? Yes. For a day, they had fever. But until we do the antibodies, I don't know. And this was back in January, February. It's a lot of coincidences, but everyone I know, thank goodness, has healed. Linda
True that.
Summers, I
And
know, is still, but she's healing.
she got an appointment at her. Yes, I think she's gonna go see a doctor finally. And I'm getting a lot of texts about people. When you get gas, people aren't driving right now, so gas is coming down. But when you do get gas, you should wear a glove. And do me a favor, take the glove off and throw it in the garbage. Do not bring the glove back into your car. I got another message here that people are going to the grocery stores with gloves and masks. That's cool. Keep your hand off the mask only by the elastic. And if you can't keep your hands off the mask, wrap yourself in duct tape to your sides. That's the other thing. And these gloves, when you go to the grocery store, this is not okay, let's go home now and unpack the groceries. You got to take them off when you leave the store. You got to sanitize. When you get home, wash your hands. If you want to take the bags out of in the garage, if you want to take it out of the garage, because nobody knows the virus, how long it lives on paper, I give you that. You can take the stuff and put it in your sink if you want to wash it. Again, wearing a new pair of gloves, not the ones you wore at the supermarket. See, the problem is that we don't follow directions of common sense. Because doctors are being... Well, hold on a second. If you wear your gloves into a bodega, a store, get milk and what have you, right? And you go home with those same gloves on, you've gotten your car sick. You can catch it now when you don't have gloves in your car.
People wouldn't do that. That doesn't make any sense.
It does. This is what they're talking about. You got to have a little bit of common sense. If you're gonna go out and you're gonna wear gloves, don't make the problem worse. Don't get it on your gloves. Think about oil on your hands. If you have your gloves on and there's oil on it, wouldn't you take them off?
Yeah.
Then there's the common sense.
Throw your gloves away. Throw your gloves away. There are new CDC guidelines, constantly updating the CDC guidelines. So you can find those as well. Yes, throw your gloves away. Bring in your groceries. They say so far there has been no evidence of transmission on a grocery bag. If you're using the ones that you recycle, take your own bags in. After you're done with your groceries, put them in the washing machine and wash everything each time. Again, you know what? Maybe it's time that we go back to a little bit recycling more and not using the plastic. If you're using the plastic, don't reuse them. Whatever it is, get rid of the containers that things are in. They're saying if you do takeout, get rid of those containers. Put the food back in your containers if you're going to have leftovers. It's a lot of things. But what's happening, Freddie, is you come out with a guideline and then people take it to the next degree and then the next degree because there's panic and you don't know what it is. And there's so much fear that, you know what, 98.5% of people are either not getting it or they're healing from it. It's that 1.5%. And the greater the number of positive tests, not hospitalizations, not deaths, it's because we're testing more. And that is why our numbers are growing, because we are, as a nation, testing more than any other country has been testing. That is why our numbers are...
And the numbers are going to grow, Dawn. You know that. The numbers have to grow. If you test 100,000 people, it's got to grow.
Yes. But what we have to look at is hospitalizations. Are those coming down? Are people going home discharged? Are people living through this? Those are the numbers that you want to know about. And when can everyone get back out in the world? This antibody test is tremendous, because if anyone has exposure and immunity, then perhaps there's an immunity going forward to this strain that you can get back and reopen up businesses, not restaurants, but at least your small businesses, to go out and do some things. My hairdresser called me today that she's willing to go, to do home visits. I'm not so sure I'm going to do that, though.
Not right now, no. Exactly. Right now, you're going to do your own hair.
I know. I'm going to do videotaping of me in foils out to here is all I can tell you.
I don't know about all that, but okay.
You want to watch?
I don't know.
How to color your hair 101.
Only if you let Chuck do your hair.
No, maybe my daughter, I can tell you. Or my mom. She says she's more than happy to do it. Her friends are all going to do a video on how to hair color now. But a lot of the hair colorists will be mixing your formula and they'll drop it at your house, I've heard as well. So there's some workarounds.
Who does your mother's hair?
Her hairdresser.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Now
the
what are you
writing
doing?
and saying, I'm reading, bring extra gloves and dispose of them in the garbage receptacle coming out of the store. Do not touch your face. So I guess messages take your gloves off first and then the mask? I don't know. Yes?
No. You know what? Leave the freaking mask on your face. Why you gotta take it off? Leave it on your face. You're gonna take your gloves off. You're gonna sanitize in your car.
And then
Right?
take your mask off?
You're gonna go home. You're gonna take it off by the straps. You're gonna wash your hands, and you're gonna wash your hands. You're gonna wash your hands. Now, because I'm a little bit crazy, if you go to the grocery store, take the clothes that you wore to the store, and put them in the wash. It ain't a lot of clothes. It'll take 10 minutes to wash your clothes, and then you dry them, and you'll be ready to go. I'm not saying that I'm panicking. I'm saying that I'm being extra cautious.
You are being extra cautious, all I can tell you. I know people are writing, and Nadine, I'm glad you're watching. Nadine, I'm going to give you the code so you can actually even video chat in with us later on this week. Later in the week, we've got Ian Berkowitz going to be telling us what's going on now with the new SBA applications. I think those are coming out. What's happening with that? We've got Bobby Jackson and one of his other personal trainers coming in to give us some in-home workout tips. We've got Roots and Wings coming on because I know the men from Impact 100 have been nominated, and he was waiting to see what happens with the women of last night. So we'll see what's happening with that. So a lot of people are going to be joining us on the next couple days with our shows. Of course, on tomorrow we've got Ann Dector actually speaking with Ann and sharing her message. Now is the time to share your message and get it out there.
That's right. You want people to hear you, hear it loud, hear it strong. You know, there's that movie. I can't remember. What was the name of the movie with the invaders that came from another planet?
It's a lot. Space Invaders.
I can't remember. No, I can't remember. But I remember that he made a speech about we won't go quietly in the night. We're not going to. We're not going to. We're not going to stop this fight. We're going to take this fight. I love when Ann's on that. Isn't it ironic that Ann used to say, "You're in the fight. You got to be a warrior. You got to take it to that next level." Man, she hit that thing on the head. Perfect with her. I hope Dr. Dan is with her tomorrow. I just love that. I look forward to that show now. I look forward to it.
Isn't that funny?
Isn't it the craziest thing?
You never know. But there's a lot out there. There's a lot of content. There's a lot of people that are sharing their message and doing what they got to do.
And we want to hear from them.
So
just let us know if you want to come on and put them on there. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is it's a great platform. We do the 9 o'clock to 10 to give some people. Now people aren't even driving to work, but you're home. And we're going to give you, we also have 50 tips of what to do at home. I put that together. What to do at home. So you can do some fun stuff. Dawn is actually going to color her hair on the set with no makeup. This is going to be a whole lot of fun, baby.
I never said no makeup is all I can tell you.
You said no shoes and no makeup.
You know, there's like, I don't know if you remember, but you could mix and match different pieces of a coloring book. And so there's like the head, the hat, the shirt, the pants, the shoes. We could do like a whole cafe thing. We got the hat, the face, and the top. Like, what is there from the waist down? Shoes, pants, legs, skirt, whatever it is.
Have you seen the new TikTok thing? Sopranos is doing it. She's dressed. Her boyfriend is dressed, right? In their regular clothes, and they're really wacky. And then the lights go out, and they come back, and each one trades the clothes. Have you seen that?
Really? No.
Oh my God, it's hilarious.
I'll have to look for it.
So what we're gonna do is you're gonna get a hat. You're gonna dress like me. I'm gonna dress like you. So when the lights go out, We're gonna do the show in each other's clothes.
I'd like to see that. You let me know which one of my outfits is going to fit you, and then we'll share.
No, I mean, I
It'll be
wear
like
a dress, you know. I wear a door
you can
dress.
do your hat.
You're gonna wear a hat. I'm gonna wear a dawn dress. I'll put on some makeup with a pom pom.
Jojo, we tried that. It didn't look so good, did it?
I remember. Jojo dressed me up like a woman. Remember?
I don't even know what to tell you, but it's been a good couple hours, right? We did it. We were able to do it, and we keep going.
And we keep going. We're looking for growth. We're looking for stability. Frankie texts me back. He says that he had to go to work at Trader Joe's up in New Rochelle, and that he's going to come on Thursday to give us an update. They got a big help today with the ship in the harbor, 1,200 beds that are not treating the virus. They're treating people so we can get them out of the hospital. They are taking 3,000 people in Central Park, that not-for-profit I told you about. They are in the park. So you're looking at 4,200 beds opening up. And the ones in Central Park have respirators. How do you like that? I also read that the people that do engines up in Boston, I think it's in Boston, they were threatening to fire 2,500. This is GE. 2,500 people were on the lines to get fired, and now they're going to bring everybody back to make ventilators. Is that what it's called, a ventilator?
Yep.
And we're going to have so many ventilators that I think we're going to be able to send some to Italy and France and Spain where they're needed. I have a feeling that during World War II, when we needed ammunition, everybody got together and made it. It's one of the reasons that we were so successful in stopping that stupid war. And I think that what's going to happen is people are going to catch this second wind. Listen, you get punched in the face, you go down, you get up. And you know what? You come back angrier. And I think we're about to enter, at the end of this week, we're about to enter that step where we're going to get angry and we're going to start getting it together and we're going to start producing again and doing the things that make this company number one in the world. We're going to be back and we're going to keep pushing.
Yeah, we live in a great country, and it's just about being prudent, getting out there and staying safe and washing your hands. And we were talking in my house the other night, and man, 2019 was a rough year. We met our health insurance deductible by this time last year, and I had, the gastrointestinal doctor and I became very good friends last year, but we're here, and people heal and they recover. And it's what Tracy said and Leslie said. If you can strengthen your immune system and you can be strong and be proactive always, then you got a better shot at recovery. There are people that are getting it that are young and healthy, I know, but a lot of them are recovering from it also. Just trying to stay positive and trying to stay prudent, right? Do what we got to do.
That's right. That's right. And because if you want bad news, all you got to do is turn on the news. All you got to do is turn on your TV. If that's what you want, if that's what drives you, I never heard of that. Okay, fear is not a path to success. Fear will hold you back. It will slow you down. It'll make you feel like a victim. We're not victims no more. We're going to get up. We're going to do what we got to do. It's like that movie. I can't take it anymore. I'm going to get up. I'm going to go to the window and I want you to yell, I can't take it. Remember that movie? You don't remember that movie.
You know what tomorrow is? You know what tomorrow is?
What's tomorrow?
April Fool's Day.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
I wish this whole thing was an April Fool.
Isn't tomorrow Joey's birthday?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Absolutely. Tomorrow is Joey's birthday. So maybe we do a little happy birthday for him on the air.
100%. I think we should do that.
I told Gio to take.
Yeah.
I told Gio to take off tomorrow so we can have Joey with us on the air.
Oh, great.
Yeah, but he is actually in work lockdown. He is the one in charge of doing the stuff that needs to be done at his job. So they need him. They call him. They need him to do even more hours. So it is what it is.
It is. But you know what? Everyone's doing what they got to do. Everyone is stronger together. As Jay and Janine always say from Momentum Mindset Show, we're stronger together. Tomorrow is April Fool's Day. We've got Chef Z. She's going to be creating some lunch for us from her home. So we're going to see how that goes. We're going to have Tom come in with some help tips on staying healthy. He was with Hippocrates, and he's going to be joining us on the show also. Then we've got Ann at 1 o'clock, maybe Gio and baby Joey. So we got some things down the pike tomorrow. And now I got to think about an April Fool's Day joke for you. I got an idea.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah.
You're going to do that to me? I got a bad heart.
I'm going to put our producers together while they're at home and try and put an April Fool's Day something. You know what? If you're home and you're healthy and you're safe, try and have some fun because we got to get through this together, right?
That's right. You got to find that old silver lining. And it's coming.
Right.
You know, it's like when we started the show, better days are about to come. We're gonna get it up. We're gonna get it together. And I know that people say, Freddie, you keep saying that, and more people dying. I get it. I understand. But you know what? We got to keep going. There ain't no looking back. We got to keep going. We will mourn our dead. We will honor the dead. We will applaud. Remember the military when the guys came back from the war and people used to stand up in airports? Now they're doing that for our first responders. You walk into a restaurant and you're going to see everybody stand up and applaud because it is through them that we're going to get through this. We got to keep them healthy. We got to keep them going. We got to get food to them. Anybody who can donate to help the cause for our first responders, let us know, or just let anybody know. I mean, you throw a rock and they're out there. From the fire department, who I want to congratulate the fire department. Shout out to the fire department that took 40 masks to where Linda works yesterday. And it was much needed, you know, and I want to thank them for doing that. They didn't have to do that, but they did. So again, if you have extra, if you have too much of, share it. It will come back to you 7 times over. Share it out. Give it to somebody who needs it. Our police need it. Our emergency people need it. Our firemen need it. And God, our doctors, nurses, senior homes, the whole 9 yards, you know, they could use it too.
100%. You can always contact us at 866-224-5422. Download our MobiPop. Start a new text function. The message is CAFE, C-A-F-E, to 55312. Yes, those are my kids. C-A-F-E to 55312. We'll get all of that information out. Our show airs live every day on MobiPop. It airs on Roku. You can find us on Amazon Fire Stick. We have now reached, 100,000 homes?
Yes.
And today
I
is
got to check today. Might be even more. And what is today? Today is our 1,250. Two show. Two. 1,252.
Two.
Well, I was going to give you the other. Tomorrow it'll be 3. 2 fingers.
So everyone, thank you. You can donate food. You can donate funds to Eat Better, Live Better, EBLB.org. You can contact Tracy at Healing Moments if she can help you. If you are post-surgical, she's more than happy to help you. She's still working with that, getting the alkaline water, getting the acidic water to help clean. Leslie Carmen from Carmen Care has amazing products as well. Strengthen your immune system, a personal laser that helps build your immune system and do what you need to do. Tomorrow, we've got Ann Dector. I'm actually speaking with Ann. She's always about going to war and battling and doing what we need to do spiritually. Her husband, Dan, always gives us cutting-edge information, Dr. Dan, on what's going on in the medical world with COVID-19. We've got Chef Z for lunch. We got a lot cooking tomorrow.
Got a lot cooking.
And that won't be me cooking, is all I can tell you.
And thank God for that.
So be safe, everyone. Be kind to each other. Please let us know how we can help you and spread your message. That is why we are here, and we are doing it from home. Have a great day, everyone. Be extra kind to each other and wash your hands.
And as always, don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.